Lord almighty. Fucking YouTube. Okay. Let's see if that fixed it. Wait for some people to get in here or come back. I don't know. Might not let me talk about it. Oh my goodness. Ah, there y'all are. I see you. I see you. All right. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello. Sorry for all the technical difficulties. Welcome back. Okay. In this video, why do I feel like I'm doing a cooking show? This segment. Hey, girl. Hey. Hey, everyone. So, real quick, I got a lot of messages. First of all, can we just take a moment? Oh, please don't start. Can we just take a moment to appreciate like how wonderful of a community we have here and how great you all are, because they're instead of like bombarding the comments of the videos with questions and requests and stuff like that, y'all really understand, I think, when things are a very sensitive subject and when things are touchy for me, and y'all go the distance to write me emails and ask these questions, so it is not plastered all over the internet, giving me the choice to come forward or not. And so I really, really appreciate that. I just want to take the time to say thank you for that, because I feel like that's really like conscious and considerate, and I just really thank y'all for that. So that being said, I got quite a few messages over a couple of things from the last video. One was what happened when I tried to break the connection from the twin flame. And yeah, yeah, Angie, absolutely. But people forget that the people making these videos are people too, you know? So I just want to say thank you. But anyway, so a lot of people wanted to know what happened exactly when I tried to sever the twin flame connection. It's not exactly what happened as to, I guess, how it happened and what was happening. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I'll get into it. And then quite a few people, I got the question of why my boyfriend, I didn't read that. Anyways, what exactly was I looking for? The question was posed many ways, but basically, what was I doing in Louisiana? What was I doing in a bayou? What did I want from the swamps? What was I seeking there? Blah, 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 blah. Like, a lot of people wanted to know that. So that is what we're going to get into in this video. And then if we have time at the end, I will go ahead and answer some questions. We'll pull some cards on some free, like, one question, simple questions. My boyfriend Graham said he miss you. You've been at Love's. I don't think that's to me. So anyway. All right. I don't know where to start, y'all. Okay, so I guess if I just start, it'll answer the questions. What was I seeking there? And what happened when I tried to break the connection? I don't know that I was specifically seeking anything, you know, other than peace, maybe clarity, answers. I did go there specifically to try to sever the connection. So there's that. I think I'll start you off in May in the Scorpio moon. Well, no. Yeah, I don't know. Remember when I told y'all I had a dream that we were killing each other, right? So, and a lot of y'all know that I came back with my memories, and that I had several dreams of memories, so on and so forth. So, I had dreamt of one of my deaths where I was a young man, and I mean young, 18 to 21, um, in what would be the French Quarter today. I was killed in the middle of the street by a mob or whatever, for loving this woman. Um, well, this is this is kind of hard to talk about, y'all. So anyway, uh, I did not realize that it was the French Quarter until much later. So I had this dream and this memory quite a while ago, and wouldn't realize much later what everything meant. Okay, so there's that. Then earlier this year, or even the end of last year, I really can't remember, but I dreamt of being in a plantation home. I was a server, and it was a memory. And Yemaya called me to a river, and I walked from the house to the river. So I had like all of these clues, but I didn't know what everything meant. There was another dream that I had that was near that location, maybe 100 years later or earlier. I couldn't really tell. Maybe not even 100 years. Um, yeah, probably about 100 years. So I've had at least two lives there in Louisiana. It took a lot to piece that together. It took a lot to piece like what deities were calling to me and where that was. I had a lot of locals reach out to me, and so I looked for that place um, with what I had seen in the dream and the clues that I had for most of this year. Most of this year. Um, and back in May, uh, a soulmate came back into my life, and I had talked to him about having other memories where I was, I guess you would call it like a temple prostitute. That's hard to say. Um, we were doing healings and things in the art of tantra, and it was a lot. So I had started doing research because we were raised, like my mother, half Native American, half white, my father Mexican, Italian, and Spanish. But we don't look like that. Like white people can tell that I'm not white. I mean, you can look at my dad and tell, like, obviously. But Mexicans look at us and they're like, you're not Mexican, but you're not white, so it's like I had all these questions, and started doing a lot of research on where that name actually came from. Now, granted, I've also got memories, or what seem to be past life memories, to work with, and so I eventually track it to the Roma people. So fast forward to this year when the soulmate comes back in my life, I'm telling him all this, and he's like, I'm going to take you to go talk to some people, right? So he takes me to this Roma family. And I mean, as soon as I walk in, these people start reading me to filth. I mean, it's like they just, when you're home. So they confirmed a lot of things for me, and in doing so, they were saying things, you did come back with a lot of your memories. Because if you are like me, at some point you start to question your sanity and how real this shit is. Like, am I like fucking, do I belong in a straitjacket? Or is this really real? And so without them knowing anything, they didn't even know we were coming. They had no clue. But yeah, they verified and sort of confirmed that I did come back with a lot of my memories. And I mean, this was just like casual conversation, y'all. Like I literally walk in the house and the man sitting there asks me if I have any questions about my dreams. And I'm like, no, not really. And he's like, okay, well, do you want to talk about the snakes? And I'm like, no, no, not really. Like, it was, and I don't tell people about the snakes because a lot of people are scared of snakes and stuff like that. And he's like, well, most of the time snakes mean blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I don't feel that way. And he was like, well, why don't you? And what is it? And I told him, and he was like, you're right on point. And then they started telling me about my lineage, like where I came from. And it was and that I was home, and then some other people came in. It's like 4 or 5 different families that came in over the course of this day that I was there, and these women kept gravitating towards me, and they were verifying like memory after memory. I mean, they knew about so much, and I hadn't said shit. And one of them walked up to me, and she grabbed my stomach, and she was like, "You'll do you know why you travel so much?" And I started to tear up. And she said, um, "You'll never find home because home isn't here. The earth is your home. And that's why you're never comfortable anywhere you lay your head." And I just kind of nodded. And she said, "Do you know why you're going to Mexico?" And I said, "Kinda." And she said, the other one pops up, and she goes, "She was an Amazon princess there." Like, these people were just on point. I hadn't told nobody, y'all. I had not told a fucking soul of the shit that I was dreaming and remembering. And she said, she goes, after she said that, and she said, "Know that you're not looking for home, you're looking for something else. And where you're led to go, you need to go." So, fast forward. So, this basically confirmed to me that these were actually memories. I was not crazy. I needed to find these places, and I needed to go there. Okay. So, that is how I started, or that is when I really, really started to look for the plantation. And then I was like, fuck it, whatever happens, no matter if I find where I'm going or not, on my birthday, I'm going to Louisiana. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll fucking figure it out when I get there. So I just happened to be looking online. And now I had looked at the Myrtles plantation back when I had the dream at the end of 2018, beginning of 2019. It did not, it resonated like a very yucky feeling. And so I kind of just trashed the whole idea. Keep that in mind as I'm telling y'all this. So finally, somehow, 2 weeks before my birthday, the Nottoway plantation pops up. Now, it automatically sends me to this article about room number 14 and the hauntings and this and that. And so I start reading it, and they are like describing the outlay of the room, and I find pictures, and I just start bawling because I remember that room. And then I look at the porch, and I fucking remember that porch. And then I read the layout and the architecture, and that it's 200 feet from the Mississippi River. Like, the Mississippi River basically lays in the backyard of this plantation. And I'm like, I'm just on my bed bawling. So I call them, and they have one room left, and it is room 14. And I book it. It's on a Monday, 2 weeks before my birthday. Keep that in mind. So let me get a drink for the rest of this shit, y'all. From there to there, I had memories and pieced together from May to September, maybe August, maybe somewhere in there. I had pieced together that the dream that I was having, the memory that I was having, which came to me little more by little more, when I was a man and I was murdered in the street, that was us. He was the woman that I was in love with. So I don't know if y'all understand, like, past lives, you're not always your same gender. He was her, a her. He wasn't her. He was a her. He was a woman, and I was a man. And we've often met between the ages of 18 and 21. And one of us, usually me, end up being murdered or die or something like this. So that's part of my lesson. Forgiveness. Forgiveness, because there was people that didn't want us together. Obviously, I believe in that life it was a status issue. I'm not sure. I had also, people had hurt him, which was her. It just feels kind of funny saying it that way. But I went on like this vigilante justice thing, and I started murdering these people because they were bad people. I mean, they were really, really bad people. And in any event, like, it wasn't my justice to give. That is the first time that I felt Maman Brigitte come to me, and she basically sat with me in the street, and was comforting me to make my rights wrong, atone for my sins. You know, and she stayed with me. Basically, I was there to accept my fate, and I didn't. I went down with honor. Like, I did it. Here I am. You know, I love the woman. I'm not gonna stop loving the woman. I killed the people. Fucking do what you gotta do, right? And my mom Brigitte, like, she sat with me, and she basically was there to take me to the other side, right? So that was the first time. Now I start realizing all of this. Um, Now Bertrand Samedi pops up, which is like really weird. So it was all of this like Haitian, Creole, like all of these things. It was just more and more pulled toward Louisiana. Well, so that life was the last life that I remember us, and that's the last place I remember us being in. So I thought, because I mean, y'all, I was waking up like, and when I tell you we have had no contact in years, I'm talking about fucking years, decade, okay? um but I was waking up out of dreams, sweating and crying, and I was seeing through his eyes, and it was fucking me up, man. And Angie can attest to this. I would often cry to her. I mean, like, it was fucking me up pretty bad. Because there's anything I can do about it, you know? I can't disrupt his life, or you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to deal with. Um and then some mornings I was waking up and I would just pop out of bed with a fuck ton of energy, and I would be singing through my house and rhyming and rapping. I don't rap. I'm not a lyricist. This is not my energy. Like, and I'm not a morning person for damn sure. Like, I need my space and my time in the morning. Do not rush me. Do not touch me. You know what I mean? Like, I need a little bit. And I know this about myself. So it was just, I was like, fuck. Like, his energy was just overwhelming, and it was very hard for me to deal with. So I thought, I'm going to go to the last place. There's got to be a reason I'm being called to this river. Um, I'm going to go to the last place, and I'm going to sever this connection, and maybe it will give us peace. I will have peace. He will have peace. Maybe, you know, whatever's going on with him will work out. Maybe it will have a better chance. Like, okay. So I now, meantime, in between time, a soulmate, not gonna name her, but she's there in the chat, has a vision and a message, and says, because I thought, I'm gonna go to Baton Rouge and I'm gonna sort this shit out, and then I'm gonna go to New Orleans and I'm gonna blow off some steam and I'm gonna have some fun. Turns out there was separate lives going on in Louisiana. So yeah, I had shit to take care of in Baton Rouge. Yeah, I had shit to take care of in New Orleans. But she was the first one that came and was like, whatever you're gonna face in um Baton Rouge is just like the tip. It's gonna be a lot more when you get to New Orleans. Be ready. And I was like, oh, I don't know. So then, and she started talking about the street, and I was like, so that's why I was murdered. So that's when I put it together. And when I got there, it was confirmed. Yes, it was what would be now the French Quarter, where I was murdered in that life. So God, this is like so much. I feel like I sound like a fucking crazy person saying this out loud. I'm taking another sip. Or big gulps. Whew. All right. So when I got there to Baton Rouge, now, don't let me forget, the day before I leave, someone had ordered mala beads. Someone had custom ordered mala beads. So I make the mala beads, the sing and the chant, the whole nine. If y'all know what I do, y'all can go look at the shop or whatever. I make the mala beads and I send them out Wednesday. I'm leaving on Thursday. I send the mala beads out on Wednesday at 4:30 at the post office. Now, y'all know, and they went first class USPS, all right, from Texas to Texas. 4:30. Y'all know that shipment is not about to go out until the following day. Post office closes at 5. However, when I get to Louisiana, They had apparently arrived the same day I had arrived, but I wouldn't know this until a day later. So I experienced everything at the Nottoway plantation. It was extremely emotional. I had several breakdowns. I actually got hit by this like fucking ball of energy about 30 minutes, 45 minutes outside of Baton Rouge. I thought I was going to have to pull over. It was like every feeling you could feel in one. I kind of felt sick, anxious. It was a lot. Um and then when I got there, when I pulled up, it was just like overwhelming. Like I said, I had several breakdowns. Even the song that played in the restaurant was a song that was significant. Um, it was just crazy the shit that was going down. And so I'm basically bawling my eyes out. I think my eyes stayed swollen for about 3 days after I came back from Louisiana. That's how much I cried when I was there. So I did my meditation. I did a lot of meditation, a lot of dreaming and stuff like that. And it basically felt like it was just a release. Like whatever this was I was hanging on to from that life, I needed to go there and just feel it. Do you understand? Just allow myself to feel it so that I could release it. And so we leave, we stay in Baton Rouge for a day. We go to New Orleans. We're supposed to be there for 2 days. We get into the French Quarter, and now I really feel like a crazy person because I am really trying to hold back my tears. I feel like people are looking at me like I'm crazy. My son is with me. He's like, "You're fine, you're fine." And basically I'm just trying to hold back my tears, but I'm not doing a very good job. I had several breakdowns in the quarter, especially in certain areas. Um, and then later we would learn, like we got to the quarter at 3 p.m. We had a tour scheduled at I want to say 8 p.m. I think is when it started, which it didn't actually start until about 8:30. So later we would find that these places were actually very significant where I was having these emotional breakdowns. And I see y'all commenting, and I'll go back and I'll read, but right now I just kind of want to, it's very hard for me to like do this, so I'm just gonna try to do it. Um so anyways, there's that. Now after that, so it's almost midnight and we're getting in the Uber to go back to the hotel. And I get a message from the lady who the beads were made for, and she tells me that the lady from the Myrtles plantation, which if you remember from the beginning, I told you I looked that up and it had a yucky feeling. It was not where I was in the dream. I went to the Nottoway plantation and that's where I was in the dream. So I get in the Uber, I get a message from her that the lady from the Myrtles plantation has contacted her and she has a package for her from me. So that means that the fucking shipment arrived in Louisiana the same day I did, USPS first class, that had supposed to go to Texas, from Texas to Texas. She later sent me a picture of the package, and it was in fact addressed to the Myrtles plantation, but with her name. How that happened, I have no fucking idea. I print my label. If you've ever received a package from Spinergy, I print my labels out. I still had her label in my phone. I still had a screenshot of her label in my phone that clearly was Tyler, Texas. Clearly. So the fucking spiritual beads followed me to Louisiana. And if you know, like where the Nottoway plantation is and the Myrtles plantation is, just down the river on the opposite side. It was getting really fucking crazy. So anyway, I'm just like, well, the craziest trip I've ever had. So when I was in the quarter, I was looking for a authentic shop, an authentic spiritual shop, because I wanted to find an authentic spiritual shop, but I also wanted to get some items because I wanted to do something while I was there to help break this twin flame connection. All of the shops were fucking weird. They were a bit offensive. They were purely tourists. They probably wouldn't be weird to a tourist. They were weird to me because it was kind of like I don't know. It was just for tourists. That's all I can say. I'm not trying to like down anybody or knock anybody's hustle. It was, you know what I mean? It was just like it was for tourists. So I'm looking up where to find a spiritual shop, like an authentic spiritual shop before we leave, because I really have some things I want to do to like really break this connection through all this emotional shit, and I'm drained, whatever. So we have a tour scheduled in the swamps, bayou, whatever you want to call it, uh, scheduled for the next day. Well, the shop closes at 7. Our tour, that we were supposed to be on the boat, I want to say at 4, and it was supposed to end at 5:45. And from that location, the shop was only 10 minutes down the road. So I'm like, cool, we're gonna get there with time to spare. We'll have like, almost an hour and a half to fucking chill and look around in the shop or whatever. Um, Now it was geared towards witches, which is not my thing, despite what ugly fucking people say. That's not my thing. But I was just eager to find a spiritual shop that was authentic, period. It had really good reviews from locals. So that was kind of what I was going on. Um, and so we take the tour on the boat, we get off the boat, oh, forgot to mention, we got there and a tropical storm hit. Soon as we drove in, I'm talking about like damn near as soon as we cross the fucking line, tropical storm hits. Like we are in this shit. So that morning, that we were supposed to get on the boat, they call me and they say basically relocating. Still gonna keep your tour, but you're gonna have to load 30 minutes away. That you can't reach that. It's covered. It was covered in water. There was no way to dock the boat. There was no way to drive in to dock the boat. Okay. So, okay. They suggested an Uber, and I'm like, no, like by this point, we done got lost in the sugarcane field. My truck is fucking, I was raised in the country. I've been driving a truck in the country, whatever. No, we taking my truck. I'm gonna find this shop. We're gonna get on this fucking boat. We're gonna take this tour. Like we're doing this. So it put it 30 minutes out, which now means we've got exactly 40 minutes or something like that. It put us like way out where we were barely going to make it to the shop before it closed. So when we get off the boat, we haul ass. I follow the directions exactly like I'm fucking following Google Maps. And I'm not sure what happened, if I missed a turn. I don't remember missing a turn or an exit. It's possible. But I look up and we are in a parish that should have been nowhere near where we were going. Nowhere near where we were. Okay, this whole thing is happening in Baton Rouge in New Orleans. We should not have been near this parish. This parish is damn near an hour out, like the opposite fucking direction. And yet, here we are, or maybe 45 minutes, whatever. Here we are in this fucking parish. And I'm like, what the fuck? This is very significant to the other person. And I'm like, how the fuck did we end up here? Like, whoa. So I'm like really kind of frustrated and pissed off. I get back on the interstate highway, whatever it's called, and fucking haul ass, and I fucking swing the fucking truck up into the place where it says we finally find it, but we don't see it. The thing says we're there, but we don't see it. So I call the number on Google, and a gentleman answers the phone, and he tells me that I am in the right spot, but the shop burned down 2 Mondays ago. And I'm like fucking mind blown at this point. And he's talking and he's telling me a bunch of stuff, but he was basically saying that they had salvaged some items and I could go online and he could meet me the next morning if I could get what I wanted online. He would bring it with him, whatever. I could still get my supplies. It would be the following morning. And I'm just like, I'm listening, but I'm not listening. Because basically everything has pitted against me to not get where I need to be, to get what I need to get to break this connection. To the point of the fucking shop that I was going to burning down the 2 Mondays before, which was when I made the reservation at the Nottoway plantation. So I'm just like, "Thank you, no thank you," hang up, and I'm just like fucking mind blown at this point. Like, "Okay, universe, okay." Like, I won't break the fucking connection. Checkmate, bitch. Like, that's what that told me. Previously, I had wanted to do a working to clear the hearts of the people involved to maybe try to help it out that way. And I was given a hard no. No, I was not to intervene, whether it was in what you would call light work or not. So I thought, well, if I'm not supposed to intervene in that area for good, then let me just try to break this. No, no, like I said, checkmate, bitch. And I was like, fuck. So thinking about all of that, as emotional and everything as it was, what did I learn from that? I feel like we're so quick to exit a situation, delete a situation, um, leave a person behind. Like we're so quick to just write it off instead of learning how to deal with it and accept it and appreciate it. And so this is why the other day I was like, don't try, if you've got a twin flame, do not try to break the connection, because I feel like that could have gone way worse. I mean, the fucking building burned down. Like, are you kidding me? Anyway, I feel like the message was to learn how to deal with it. Like, learn how to be a part of it and not just sever it. Like I said, we're so quick to just, this is why they call us the cancel culture. Just cancel it, exit it, quit it, and we're so quick to do that. And I feel like part of my lesson amongst forgiveness and all of these other things is to learn how to appreciate it and deal with it and work in others' terms, right? So because it's not working on my terms, I'm just going to sever it, and that was like, no. So I feel like that's what I learned. We have to learn how to adjust and appreciate and go and flow better and understand that we do not have the ultimate control of everything. And there are things that we should be able to compromise and adapt and learn and from in all of these. So if that answers the questions of why I was there, what I was seeking, what happened, and what I learned. Yeah. Don't do it. I learned don't do it. I will say this, of everything that I've remembered, we came here with a very, very hardcore mission of spirituality and consciousness. And part of what I learned when I tried to sever that connection was I was not as evolved as I thought, because I couldn't even deal with, still being connected. And I kind of sat back and I was like, so how am I supposed to, say that I'm raising people's connection or raising people's consciousness, um, if I myself am not raised? Do you know what I'm saying? So I feel like a lot of people, when they talk about the twin flame, they talk about this mission and they talk about like going and doing this work, but it's like they take themselves out of the equation. Do you know what I mean? So, and that's another reason I have a problem with all of the titles. because it's like it starts to put people, what do they call it, the messiah complex. It starts to put people on these pedestals, and you take yourself out of the equation, and you're like, fuck it, sever it, and instead of, we have something to learn from this too, and we have to be where we need to be vibrationally, frequency and shit, if we're going to do that for other people. And that was like ton of bricks in your face, checkmate, sit your ass down. I said what I said. The universe. Okay, let me read some of these comments. Well, there's a lot. Okay. Well, not that many. Hope. You're very welcome. She said, thank you for putting yourself out there. You're very welcome. I don't know how to handle some of the things I've dreamt about, says Nicole. You kind of never will. I mean, you'll just deal with it as it comes. Jan, you're such a beautiful soul. Thank you if you're talking to me. Wow, this is deep. Yeah, real deep. You have no idea. And I'm leaving a lot out on purpose. And you know what? I just gotta say, like, if somebody sees this and they come for that man in a harsh or bad way with ill intent, let me let you know something about me. I will fuck you up if you fuck with something that I love, something or someone. And that's all I'm gonna say. Just know. Just know. Life is like a puzzle. We just have to find the pieces that fit together. She's describing her pieces right now, right? Definitely not sounding crazy, at least to the real ones. Yeah, and I did. That's kind of why I was like, no, go ahead. Because I received a message long ago. Your forehead is like flint. You will go forward, and you will face these people, and you will talk to them, and they will understand what you're saying. Growing up, my grandma always said, I'm all right, the world's all wrong. Cordelia, I love that. Good evening, Santana. I'm glitching out. It's definitely deep, yeah. I have learned so much in the last 2+ years from you. I'm so grateful to have found her on the channel. Oh, thank you, Hope. I'll have to watch the replay. Damn. Michelle, thank you so much for your donation the other day. Hi, how are you? Okay, so if you missed it, it's okay. Basically, it was just me. I got a lot of messages, and I was just going to answer what I could hear versus trying to reply and repeat, and it's a lot. It's a lot. We should call these late night drink sessions with the crazy tarot lady. All right. So, yeah, it wasn't like anything bad happened, but I could see that going bad really quick, So I don't know if you just can't sever the connection or if you're just not supposed to. I don't know, but it was definitely a message to me, like, direct, bitch, sit down. So, okay, because I'm stubborn, y'all. Like, I'm pretty obedient, but I can also be very stubborn when universe, like, I'm a fighter. I'm a fighter, and, sometimes that's great, and sometimes it ain't. Okay, so I will go ahead and answer some questions if y'all want while we're in here. Anyone else feeling like extremely on edge? I feel like people are like pushing me. Like, and I feel like people that come in at the tail, or like the, recent people, always see one aspect of me and they think like, oh, love and light. Like, bitch, no, ain't all fucking fluffy farts and rainbows over here, bitch. I don't know who lied to you, because no, I mean, yes, I love you. Tough love it is. Tough love it is. But no, I'm a warrior too. And like, don't fucking test me. Like, keep on. Keep on. And people mistake that, man. People mistake that. what Miss Pat say? I don't love you like Jesus do. I've been tired but feeling ultra creative. Me too. Yeah, I've been feeling crazy creative. Well, even like Angie knows, like October is usually my time to just kind of pull back from everyone. I don't really connect with people in October. It's my solar return. I'm very sensitive. It's a lot for me. The veil is thin. My house is always active anyways with other beings. And I travel a lot in this world and in others. Um, so it just gets a lot for me. It gets really hectic. And so normally I just pull back completely, like almost like don't even exist in October. And I went straight through this October. I mean, I was pumping out shit. Like, I redid my whole channel. Like, and like shit in the shop, and I was like making shit I've never made before, and just pumping out creation after creation after creation. It's been a very crazy odd year. I mean, but I'm living for it. I'm here for it. Like, fuck it, I'm up for change. But yeah, these past few days, people have just been completely disregarding manners. I was in a bad car accident, went head on with a semi, flipped 13 times, should be dead today. There was a man and a woman who helped me to the ambulance till the ambulance got there. But when the ambulance got there, people pushing you too, Michelle. Yeah. I'm waiting for the rest of that message. And also I'll answer questions if I didn't say it. I meant, I'll read for you. Sorry, y'all. Even before I got on, I was feeling stoned. Not stoned. I don't smoke weed. That's another thing, man. Ugh. When your tribe is a bunch of stoners and you're the most empathetic one. I don't even know if empathetic is the word. I feel like I'm beyond empathetic. It was just me. When they asked me how I got out of the car, I said the woman helped me. If it hadn't been for her, I'd be there today. She saved my life. Are you saying like there was no woman? When the ambulance got there, there was no woman? Wilma, if so, that's awesome. What a beautiful story. Shit like that happens a lot, man. Loving me, 1111. Will my ex give me a hard time breaking free from him? You read me before for 3 minutes and I understood everything you said. Thank you in advance. I read you before for 3 minutes. Okay. It must have been a live reading because my readings go on way longer. Okay. So will your ex give you a hard time breaking free from him? Lots of change coming. Lots of transformation coming. He's definitely not happy about it. I feel like he's seen it coming for a while, Mama. He or she, I don't know if you said. They have seen it coming for a while, but definitely do not want you to walk away. But they understand that it's like, it's not working. It hasn't been working. Trying to hold on so tight. You've got the Three of Pentacles sandwiched in with the High Priestess and the Chariot in reverse. I'm sorry, that's the Star. Let me see the exact question that was asked. Give you a hard time. Maybe. Definitely gonna try to hold on tight. Definitely gonna try to stop you. Definitely completely throwing out like all of the bad, kind of. Just focusing on the good. Really is trying to stop. Maybe. Wow. Why? I don't even know if this is for you. Like, is somebody having... I don't want to say that. I don't want to put that in the universe. It's like somebody's having car trouble. On purpose. Like somebody fucked with the car. Or will fuck with the car. Woo. Yeah. Is he going to give you a hard time? Yes. Yes. I think I missed something. I don't think these messages are to me. Yeah, he's going to give you a hard time. Yep. Going to play the guilt trip. Going to play the fear card. Going to play the controlling card. Going to literally bring out everything in the toolbox and try to use it. Yep. Possibly blowing up your phone. Sending messages. They'll probably even be back and forth. I feel like this kind of energy, like this person can have an argument with themselves. This person can have an argument with themselves. Like, all in the same thread, you know what I mean? Like, answer their own questions if you take too long to answer, and then, like, start out really sweet, and then, oh, you're not going to answer me, fuck it, and, like, take a deep spin, and, you know what I'm saying? Like, just really could just have an argument with themselves. I hope that makes sense to you. Scorpio, November 6th, nothing coming in, X never came back. I don't know what you're talking about. Hope. Same question, different lives. Sorry, Mama. Still separated from my son. He just got out of he just got out of rehab. But not back home with me. Is he gonna be okay? Stay out of trouble for the most part. Thank you for your... If I remember correctly, he was not gonna stay out of trouble. shall go again. Oh, that girl is so ugly. Just, you know, she'd make a good dominatrix. She's got that energy, but not just for a job, like in real life. She's real ugly. Real ugly. So, there will be a fall. Again, there will be a fall. But after he cuts ties, after that fall, he's going to be good. It'll all be good. Yeah. Yeah, he'll regain balance. I wouldn't even be surprised at this point if he takes a stand at some point against her, which she's not going to expect and not going to be ready for. And that could lead to some trouble as well, because the type of trouble that he was going to get in is not clear. Yeah, he's stressed about moving on. He's still with that chick, right? It feels like it, or at least, at the very least, energetically connected and attached. Attached. I don't want to say connected. I want to say attached. Not to mention almost 30. He's a kid. Luis Sanchez, is my ex coming back? I'm worried about my person. So, okay, hold on. I'll read that question in a second. I keep seeing a pregnant woman waiting for someone to walk through the door. I don't know what that means or who it's for. I'm hearing Danny. I'm hearing Linda. I'm hearing Lindy. That's not good. That is not good. Edgar? That cannot be someone's name. Edgar? I'm sorry if that's your name. Okay. Louis, I'm not sure if your ex is coming back, but you shouldn't want it back. Him, her, whatever, shouldn't want that back, because that's not good energy. There is a wedge being created. There is other people involved. It's extremely toxic, either on your end or their end. And yeah, you should not want it back. If it does come back knocking on your door, it would not be a smart thing to take it back. But you're weak. They're weak. Everyone in the situation appears to be extremely weak-minded. There's a lot of running around, sleeping with the other people. I wouldn't even put myself worried about that. Amy, I am worried about my person, soulmate, or twin flame. He is half crazy and seems to have a nervous breakdown, not cool, and very too scary to watch. He went downhill really bad the last 4 months. Are you asking me to read on that? Stacey Williams. Is Scott the one? The one. Oh. You must not come here often. No offense. I don't feel like the one exists. The one for you, the one for in the moment. We have many. I talked about this the other day about how all of these connections are valid and significant. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. Is Scott the one, Stacy? The High Priestess. High Priestess with the Two of Cups in the reverse position. Definitely a connection. Most likely karmic. Definitely soulmate. Some type of soulmate. Soulmate. A reason, a season, or a lifetime. This looks and feels a lot like a reason and a season. Definitely. Two of Cups in reverse followed by the Three of Cups. Scott or you got some other shit going. I'm shuffling the fuck out of these cards with Nine of Wands. Yeah, Scott or you. I'm not a player. I just crush a lot. All right. Let's see. Should I take this trip upstate to visit a friend, Tamika? You know, earlier, Tamika, I don't know how you're getting there, but if it's by car, be careful, because car trouble came through earlier.
Go pee.
Go. I've really been wanting to do my makeup. This is like so outside of anything. Let me answer this question first. Undecided, unknown. New information coming. That's what I was fixing to say. What you're expecting to find there. I don't think it's gonna be what you thought. Knight of Wands. In and out, back and forth. I don't think it's gonna be what you thought. That makes me personally, I'll be like, fucking, I'm going now. Now I'm really going. If I was not decided before, now I'm really going because I'm curious. Curious George over here. Tower in the reverse position. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be what you thought it was going to be. Be careful. And expect things to go wrong. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, make sure if you're going by car, make sure you have a tune-up. If it's, make sure you get extra insurance if it's a rent-a-car. Prepare for delays. Add some extra money. Have some extra padding for anything that may happen with hotel or something like that. Like, expect. I'm not saying don't go, but expect it to not go smooth. And the reason for going, or what you think is the reason, isn't like there will be not only unexpected troubles, but unexpected experiences. We'll say it like that. Stacy, can I ask one question? I thought you did. It's got the one. Lewis, you asked a question too. Am I going to find one new? You already asked a question. Heidi, oh, thank you. Hell, I lived half my life already. Oh, you're welcome, Lewis. Nicole, can I ask about the people around me and their intentions? They're saying blinders and padding. Blinders and padding. Okay, so some people have really thick skin. Some people have really thin skin. Some people are like wearing padding or like yeah, like that. There's extra when it's not really there. And someone's wearing blinders as to not see what's going on to the side of them and behind them. Hearing behind closed doors. Three of Pentacles in reverse. May not work well together. May not be good for any type of like real growth in the long run. Yeah. Ten of Swords. Yeah. Somebody, I'm not going to say like, people are not just like maybe outright deceiving you or lying to you, but I'm getting like a whole don't play well with others vibe. I'm getting a real like competitive versus supportive. It's kind of like you don't know everything about these people, or yeah, the Hanged Man with the Nine of Cups, yeah, in reverse, and the Knight of Swords. Yeah, these people are wishy-washy. These people are in your face one way, behind your back another way. These people are on the fence. I wouldn't depend on them very heavily, or at least the ones you're asking me about. Yeah. I also wouldn't trust them with any serious information. Yeah. This is like, leave now. Leave. With the King of Wands in the reverse position, or they may leave. They may leave soon. Nobody here is like seeming loyal or willing to stick around. Haven't caught you in a while. You're taking random questions tonight. Very cool. You feel hesitant in a way. Yeah, I would, Tamika, I would say that's pretty valid. A pretty valid feeling, because I'm feeling like something's going to break down or fall through or cost extra money. Or whatever was said would be provided, won't be provided. There's going to be something like with the person that you're going to see is like not what you expect, or the situation isn't what it was supposed to be, or what you were expecting. And then also something with the travel itself. Ezra, Hope said hi. Summer, do I stay or leave? Whoa. The Six of Pentacles just flew out. I was just trying to shuffle and it just flew out. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. I'm hearing, what are you waiting for? I'm hearing, what are you waiting for? Wow, with the Lovers and the Ace of Wands in the reverse position when I split the deck. Choices, choices, choices. There's so much activity in this room right now. With the Tower, something's got to go, baby. Something's got to change. It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time before you will be faced with a very difficult decision. Yeah. Four of Cups. Oh, with the Magician in the reverse and the Empress in the reverse. I don't tell you what to do. I just read energy. Not the best space for growth. And you know something needs to change. You know. Will I be coming into connection soon? Not sure if I ever want one. Coming into connection. What's up connection, Mama? Twin flame? Is that what we're talking about? Michelle, are also, yeah, will I be coming in connection soon, Michelle? Were you wanting a reading? Because I didn't get an email or a Facebook message or anything with that. Well, if it was on the donation, I didn't even read it. Sorry. Maybe I should go back and do that. So yeah, will you be coming into connection soon? With what? And I wasn't you to know he still deny. Huh? What's that? Okay. Oh, Summer, what's that mean? Do you leave or do you stay? It means the question that you're asking about, do you leave or you stay, the space that you're asking, there's no room for growth and something has to change. It's only a matter of time. So, I mean, yeah, you're going to be faced with a difficult decision. I don't tell you what to do. I only read energy. I don't tell you if you should leave or stay. That's not my job. It's not what I do. And that's not what any reader, healer, what, like no one should be making those decisions for you except for you. People can read the energy. People can tell you what's here and what's there, but no one would say, no one should say, you should go, you should leave, you should stay, blah, blah. No. Yeah, Michelle, you'll have to clarify your question. If you become in connection with what? Anything going on around me I should know about. Heidi. I think I lost Angie. Because usually she would be in here keeping the questions in order. There's actually quite a bit going on around you, Heidi. I don't know if you mean in this realm or the other. I'm not sure what you're going through or what's going on. There's some emotional release to get you to the next place you need to be to reboost your confidence or replant your footing, I'm hearing. Yeah, there's definitely something out of balance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's something trying to put you back on course. I've been hearing in touch. Could be in touch with nature, because I did just pick up the Seven of Pentacles, which can often be the planting and nurturing of crops. But I was seeing a lot of flowers blossom in like these huge rows of like bushes, rose bushes. Michelle, curious minds want to know. Curious George. About the connection? But that's what I'm saying. Like, what connection? Are you talking about the twin flame connection? Nope, just wanted to give it on it. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna. Michelle, yeah, I'll see. I don't know. I haven't seen like what connection you're talking about. Jen, am I wasting my time on this Pisces? I don't know. Are you? I don't know. We'll see. Two of Pentacles in a sideways position just came out. So I don't know if I would say wasting time or passing time. That's what it seems like, passing time. Y'all, if you like what I'm doing here, go ahead and give the video a like. Subscribe if you're not already. Appreciate it. And if you want to donate or support the channel, you can follow the links in the description box below to donate or buy Spinergy merch or buy spiritual items from Spinergy itself, which is me. I am Spinergy. And I take custom orders, and I make pretty much anything you can think of by hand. I don't know if you're wasting your time, but like I said, passing time. I don't feel like this is your ultimate fulfillment. I don't feel like you're going to get a lot more out of this than what you're currently getting without some type of change. And I do feel like you want more, and you will have to confront that. You're getting 2 5s. So in order to get what you want, you will need to go somewhere else to get it, or make a change in the current situation. Staying the way that it isn't going to give you what you want. I'm not going to say you're wasting your time, but like I said, passing time at this point. Chrissy, is mom's health gonna get better? Will surgery help? Knight of Cups in the reverse position. The King of Wands. The Six of Wands. Ace of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. Basically, don't stress about it. The surgery will help. I don't see it being better, like, significantly. Especially down the road. There needs to be something more implemented than just the surgery. Most likely lifestyle. Yeah. Yeah. Loving me, 1111. I think you already asked something. Ella, do you think loved ones that have passed on can help us from the other side? Thank you for sharing your beautiful energy. Absolutely. Absolutely. And here's what I'll say about that. From traveling the way that I do, as long as I have, which in these years, is only 34. I'm a baby on all journeys, yes. Even when the soul gets reincarnated, right? Because they get repurposed. Those memory bank, it's almost like there's like a whole database that consciousness gets uploaded to. Some people would call this the Akashic records. I don't know what you call it. I call it energy. Wow, I don't know if the camera caught that, but anyway. Yes, I absolutely do. Even if they're reincarnated, you will still be able to tap into that energy, those programs, if you will, that stored information. It's still there, right? There's still stored information there that you can still tap into. So absolutely, loved ones passing can help you. Mm-hmm. What's the FWB? What? I am not hip to these terms, y'all. FWB. Well, you don't want to know what I was fixing to say. As my little one would say, you naughty, naughty bud. You're surprised no super chats? Because I don't have super chat, baby. I'm not monetized. I do not get paid for this. I do not get paid for my channel. Anyone that has super chat gets paid for their channel. They are monetized. I am not monetized. I do not get paid for this. This is all free content. If you feel like you want to donate, the information is below. But you cannot have a super chat without being paid by YouTube. All right, Michelle, are you coming into connection with soulmate, twin flame, and an FWB, whatever the fuck that is? Oh my God, there's so many questions. Oh, friends with benefits. Yeah, I am. Lame. I'm lame. Don't tell nobody. Shh, don't tell nobody. Oh, what I was saying earlier, I want to do my makeup. Like, I want to come on here. Like, I just have a, like, I just want to play in makeup. I like playing in makeup. One of these days, I'm going to come back all fucking glam. I never wear makeup. One of these days, I'm going to come back all glam, and y'all going to be like, somebody done hijacked this bitch's channel. I don't like wearing makeup. I just like playing in it. Can't wear it for too long. It, like, my fucking face can't breathe. You got something coming, Mama. Michelle, you got something coming. With the devil. Strong attachment. Nothing new, nothing new. Also, you have the Justice, Resurrection. Let's see what that's about. Okay, let's see what that's about, shall we? I'm seeing somebody put like a magnifying glass, like, let's investigate this a little further. The Magician in the reverse position. And come out wherever you are. The Nine of Cups. The Queen of Pentacles and the Two of Wands with the Knight of Cups. You do have, and the Nine of Pentacles, yes, you have a connection coming, that's for sure, with the Knight of Wands. You definitely have a connection coming. Friends with benefits. Friends with benefits. Well, you actually, you have soulmate connections. Yes. Twin flame, I wouldn't, nah. Soulmate, yeah, definitely strong bond, even karmic connection. A lot of people like that's something different than a soulmate. No, you can have fucking karma with soulmates, karma with anything. But yeah, you definitely have a connection coming. A couple of them looks like, and the whole friends with benefits thing. Yeah, yeah, because they definitely are not trying to stick around for a long-term commitment. That is faux show. I am hearing the Jeffersons. Moving on up. You gotta move to the east side. All right. She. Don De Leon. I like listening, but I feel like I never understand it. Over my head, everyone all the best. Hey, I mean, I have some channels like that. Like, I mean, I don't resonate with everything at the time, but if I like listening, I listen, and something may pop or click later, or I just fucking click off, Not everything is for you or me, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You're welcome anytime. We appreciate having you. And, you never know. Like, I've been told things, again, back to the beginning of the video, there were things shared with me at the beginning stages of my life that are just now clicking. Do you know what I mean? Like 30 years later, and I'm like, oh, that's what that meant. Yeah, so you never know. You're welcome, Nicole. Are there any messages behind the 444 synchronicities I keep seeing? Kiana Green. Yeah, wake the fuck up. When you keep seeing number synchronicities, it's the front-running program is how I see it. And it's basically like the universe, kind of shaking you, like, wake up. There's something that you need to pay attention to. Now, 444 specifically has a meaning. Fours have a specific meaning. Triple that, triple the meaning, whatever. But for me, and this is my own personal experience and gnosis, when you are seeing synchronicities, you need to be looking at, despite what the number itself may mean, you need to be looking at what is happening in that moment. How are you feeling in that moment? Where did you see it? What was happening? And all of these things to really give you a true understanding of what exactly that is supposed to be meaning for you, because it's not just like one set meaning. You know what I mean? I think people often get that twisted, but you have a lot of people out there saying, oh, such and such means this and such means this. It's true, certain numbers do resonate at certain frequencies and they do have certain meaning. However, you do need to look, if it's synchronicity happening for you, you do need to look at what is happening in that space for you, to you, and with you when you see that. See? Six of Swords in the reverse position. Wake up! You're not moving. I mean, you're not moving. Wow, wow, wow. Michelle, will I meet or have a new live connection anytime soon? Did I just answer that? Love connection. I'm seeing those phones. You remember those phones that look like lips? Yeah, baby. I've stood AS in prom. And I read, we don't want to know what I read. We don't want to know what I read. I don't know what that means. Okay, donated. I never know what material stuff to get. Send all good vibes. Oh, thank you, Don DeLeon. Thank you so much. Do you mean you don't know what material to get, like from my shop? If you want to contact me, and kind of let me know what you're going through, what you're looking for, or what your rituals are, or what you like. I mean, I can always recommend, suggest, and of course, custom make anything. Victoria, I'm trying to figure out if I'm on the right path. Y'all, I feel like I'm so behind on these messages. Get off the channel. Who the fuck is... Wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. It's a 22. Pew, pew, pew. I need a drink. Okay, Victoria, I'm trying to figure out if I'm on the right path spiritually. I feel like your message got cut off. Yeah, should I continue to work on divination studies? I, without the cards, would tell you yes. But with the cards, let's see. I'm sorry, I have always been an inquisitive mind. I don't feel like you can go wrong with knowledge. Study everything. That's my advice. Study it all. Even if you don't believe it, even if you don't understand it, study it. Especially if you don't believe it or understand it. All the more reason why it should be more intriguing. Victoria, I'm not sure what type of divination you study, but I am seeing water and mirrors. Oh, I got chills all over my body. You could go very deep into the occult if you wanted to. And if I were you, I would look into scrying mirrors. You could use your phone, just turned off on the black screen. You can use your TV if you would like. You can use a black bowl. This is what I saw. You could use a black bowl filled with water. They're saying rainwater specifically. I don't know why, but that's what they're saying. Definitely on the right path. Definitely on the right path. The devil in the reverse position. Your own power. Taking back your own power. Understanding your gifts. Nine of Pentacles with the devil in the reverse position. Hello, hello. I have the power. I am independent. Each study you take, each tool that you learn how to use makes you that much stronger. Hell yeah. It is a long process for you, though. I feel like you'll be in study for a very long time if you choose to be a lifelong student. Aren't we all anyways? Love it. Love it. Love that energy, Victoria. I would say, fuck yeah, keep going. The devil is not a bad thing. The devil gets a bad rap. It's not a bad thing. Karmic isn't always a bad thing. Absolutely fucking agree, Heidi. I'm so glad you said that, especially going back to the twin flame thing. When people call the one that the twin flame is with the karmic, it kind of gives me yucky because, like, yeah, okay, so they have some karma to work out. Who fucking doesn't? It doesn't mean that they're not a soulmate. It doesn't mean that they're not a person. It doesn't mean that they're not each growing or helping each other to grow, right? So by being with that karmic, they help your twin flame to grow, and your twin flame helps them to grow, to go maybe even find their twin flame someday. So I'd get so at that. Like, karmic is not a bad thing. Thank you, Heidi. I love that comment. I swear, both my kids, sperm donors, fit twin flame. It irritates me. Like, maybe there's quad flames. Alchemist, Empress. No, we talked about this the other day about how you will always be attracted to the qualities and characteristics of your twin flame. You should go check out that video. No, you're not crazy, and I don't believe there's quad flames, but that's funny, and that's a great term. Cuddy buddy season. Fuck yeah. I think my ex is my twin flame. Very toxic. The past few years, I'm done for good until he comes back, because he always does. I'm done for good until he comes back. My shit always works sometimes. I'm done for good until they come back tomorrow. Later. Victoria, I see 333, 444, and 1111 very often lately. Okay, I'm going to scroll down. Okay, yeah, that's it. You never answer if I'm meeting someone new. Yeah, because I'm answering one question, and I already answered your question. Angie. Yeah, I didn't get that either. Get what? Get what? You didn't get what either. Well, I didn't get it either then. Oh, we've been on here for an hour and a half. I think we spent about an hour and a half the other night. How will the situation be with the Pisces? The dude's question way back. Oh. If y'all read lips or have headphones, I whispered it. High Priestess looking up at me. Okay, how will the situation be with a Pisces? Right? And your name is SB. So no name. No details. No. Okay, how will the situation be with a Pisces? You know you probably have about 20 people in your life currently that are Pisces, right? Let's see what comes out. I'm seeing flashcards, note cards. I don't know what that means. Transformative, maybe? Situation. How will the situation be with the Pisces? Well, yeah, okay. You're hitting the death with the Tower. Whoa. Whoa. I don't know what type of Pisces you done tapped into. So, you've got the death with the Tower, with the Five of Wands, with the Justice, with the Hanged Man. How will the situation be with the Pisces? Well, let's say transformative as fuck. That's how. Transformative as fuck. Scorpio transformation, with Scorpio transformation and change, with transformation and confrontation, with truth and transformation and balance, with balance. And Pisces. Pisces, Libra, Scorpio. Pisces have a big year coming in 2020. Everyone has a big year coming in 2020, but I agree. I'm a Pisces moon. Match made in heaven. What? Scorpio and Pisces? Can be. They work really well together. Really well together. Pisces really understands Scorpio. Well, vice versa. Yeah, they really understand each other. And Pisces is very patient with Scorpio. And Scorpio understands Pisces like kind of delusional nature. Not delusional is not the word I'm looking for. Like, like when you daydream, like you kind of go off. I don't know, like the term, but Scorpio really understands that. Did I really just say Pisces moon is going to have a good year? Nope. I said it's going to be a big year. It's like, I don't know about good. Could be. Could be. Whoa. I do not know what is going on with you in this Pisces, but I would keep the communication lines open. It does look like you're going to confront a lot of truth about each other, bring out a lot of like little things that might have been hidden in the, like, I'm hearing nooks and crevices. I'm even seeing, what I'm seeing is like the steam cleaner that steams the grommet. Yeah, like the grommet is like back to pearly white, like the house was just fucking built. Whatever this Pisces is bringing you is like a hard, long look in the mirror. Oh, honey. Yeah, very compatible. But yeah, Pisces and Scorpio are very compatible. They make great friends. Oftentimes will be soulmates. As far as a romantic relationship, mm, yeah, it works great. It works amazing. But at some point, depending on the Scorpio's placements and how much Scorpio they have in their chart, they're gonna need more of a challenge as far as a romantic relationship. But like lifelong friends, soulmates, shit like that, fuck yeah, Pisces and Scorpio get down. And even romantic relationships, not just crediting that like they never work, but again, depending on the other placements, a lot of times because the Pisces can be so passive and so accepting, and the Scorpio so intense, you know. All right. Ooh, it's almost at 2 hours, hour and 41 minutes. Oh, Angie, did you? Angie, tell me whatever I need to know. In public? I'm fucking with you. I haven't seen or checked on in a minute is Mariki. We need to go check on Mariki. She was on my mind last night. I woke up with her on my mind this morning, and before I started this stream. You sent her a meme a couple days ago. Did she respond? Whoop. Bet you'll never guess what card came up first for you, Angie. She didn't respond. Yeah, I'm kind of worried. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm kind of worried. The fucking devil. You damn right. It sure enough did. It came in the reverse, if it helps. I'm looking over at this plant this plant is fucking resilient, man. I don't even know what kind it is. I mean, it's a succulent, but other than that, I don't know. But the puppy that we fostered before knocked it over several times. It had a bird like completely uproot it and make its nest in the pot when it was hanging outside. It's died I don't know how many times and fucking came back. This little fucking plant, I've repotted it, and then the puppy that we have now knocked it off and broke it and chewed on it, and it's just back up there. And I did see it has a little bit of new growth on the bottom. I am just suddenly drawn to this plant that is just fucking resilient as all get out. And not only is it resilient to its growth and its health, but it has new growth. Angie. That devil is snooping around again. Is that what I read? Or is it like a is it like a grr bitch? Grr. Ah! Queen of Swords in the reverse position. Cold. How cold? Ice cold. Three of Cups in the reverse position. Really trying to cut that damn devil off, I see. Six of Swords in the reverse position. Ouch. I'm hearing emasculated. Yeah, but messages are going to be coming in hard and fat, like harder and faster I'm hearing lay that shit on thick. Get your boots on, girl, because this shit's about to get deep. Whew. He's feeling that. I mean, the energy, whatever, man. No, fuck. He's feeling that. He is feeling that. He gonna be laying it on. Yes. Yeah, hey, I'm not saying you're gonna have it. I'm just telling you. I just read energy. I don't make choices. Four of Pentacles. That grip slipping away is slipping away. I'm hearing. I'm gonna need to reel that back in. Knight of Swords. Oh, communication, hunting. Eight of Pentacles, Justice in the reverse. It's all bullshit. He will come with some bullshit. It's all bullshit. Ain't nothing new. The lies, the deceit, the deception. Strong. Go and tell that shit to somebody else. Page of Pentacles in the reverse position. The focus will be elsewhere soon enough. He's got more ways to go. And I know you're not oblivious to that. But he's definitely trying to come back with this Ten of Swords in reverse. This is my revolving door card. Pulling on them emotional strings. Intuition on point. Yeah. King of Wands in the reverse position. Hot and cold, hot and cold. Can't stay, can't commit. Can't. Bye, Felicia. Or Francisco. How about I put it? Bye, Francisco. All right. Apologies for what, Mama? Michelle, apologies for what? You don't need to apologize. Loving me 1111. Yeah, go ahead. If you're still in here, go ahead and ask another question before I get out of here, because I'm about to get out of here. We're about to be at 2 hours. Who are you holding? My damn self. I just heard hairy legs and all. I'm not saying you have hairy legs. I'm just saying that's what I heard. Are you traveling? What type of traveling are we talking about? Traveling, you mean will you be traveling soon? You mean are you traveling in other dimensions? Are you traveling here? Which way are we going? Which way are we going? Oh, wait. Okay, Lewis. Wait, I thought I was talking to... Who said can they ask another question? 11 me 1111. Yeah. Will my income get better? Yeah. Will my income get better? Interesting. Your manifestation is off because you're not on your divine path. 11 me 1111. They're saying that there's something stealing from you, or even you stealing from yourself. You also got I just turned it over and you got the Four of Pentacles with the Five of Swords in the reverse position. There's some blockage. There's definitely some blockage. There's an issue of control and even a false sense of security that is not allowing you to grow, but you're also not on your right path and you're having some trouble with manifestation due to this blockage. Oh, That's an ugly image. I'm not conveying that. And no, it doesn't have anything to do with you. Loving me 1111. Just, that's a lot. Yeah, see the Ten of Swords in the reverse position with the Four of Wands in the reverse position. You have got... Your income's not going to get better in this situation. You got to move. There's something not right with where you're at or what's happening. Whoa, with the Seven of Swords in the reverse position. I'm telling you, you got to move from the situation and go, you're not in your divinity at all. At all. With the Chariot in the reverse position, yeah, it's not going to get better in this state. No. Sorry. You got to go. You got to move. You got to do something different. You got to switch it up and get on your true divine path. Okay, am I my own twin flame? LOL, not for real. My ex-chick passed unexpectedly, and it's September 1st. My condolences. I'm sorry for your loss. We were so close. Why can't I feel her? Is she with me? Alchemist, Empress. You know, the Hermit. You're alone. I mean, no, she's not with you. She doesn't need to be. Not right now. And be very careful of any messages you get claiming to be her or anyone telling you that it's her. Because what I saw, if you go back, if you watch the replay, rewind this shit and say, oh, that's ugly. And I'm not talking to you, loving me 1111. And I'm like, and that's a lot. Be very careful. Be very careful of who's contacting you and who you're contacting on the other side. Be very careful of any medium that comes to you and tells you that she's with you. And I don't know, man. Be very, very careful because she's not with you right now. But there are other things that will try to pose. Be careful. Yeah, she's distant. She's where she needs to be. She's not there. You don't feel her because she's not there. Why isn't she? Why isn't she with you? Because she doesn't need to be. She doesn't need to be. Why do you need her? She's not here. For all we know, she could have already been reincarnated. Yeah, look at that. She's free. She's right where she needs to be. It's not with you right now though. You don't need to be. What do you need from her? I'm gonna tell you what you need, and this is probably gonna come out all wrong, and I'm so sorry, and I don't mean it in any kind of ugly way. But what you need to do is get very strong and stop relying so much on anything that may come through, because it's almost like the neediness is sending out a signal for anything, and anything is trying to come through, and it's ugly. It's fucking ugly, and it is trickery, and it is dark. Oh, thank you, Hope. Thank you so much, Hope. You didn't get to say goodbye? Then say goodbye. Say goodbye. She doesn't need to be... You don't have to feel her or her be here for you to say goodbye and that energy to go out and connect. And she may come through. So I'm telling you, with 3 of Pentacles popping out and the 2 of Cups in reverse position, the energy that you are sending out, it's like sending a fucking signal to everything to come to you, and it's not going to be her. 9 of Wands in reverse position. Whoop. With the moon. You be very careful. You be very, very careful. But it's going to feel good. I don't know when this is going to happen or what's going to happen, but I'm telling you now, it's not her. All right. I love you all very much. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. And I will see you next time.